Welcome back to Photography for People Who Are Not Photographers. In this lesson, Propose, we'll cover the following: reactive versus proactive photography, visual elements that enhance photos, and visual elements that detract from photos, and finally, an interesting trap that is easy to fall into. It's called mind zoom. Let's set the stage by differentiating between reactive and proactive photography. In the propose step, we make a decision about what will be the subject of the photograph. However, sometimes that decision is made for us. It's called reactive photography. For example, "Honey, take a picture of little Maria in her new dress." "Yes, dear." Proactive photography, on the other hand, is about actively seeking or recognizing interesting or important scenes that we want to photograph. And that's what the remainder of this lesson on Propose is about: being proactive in selecting subjects that are important to us as a photographer. What are visual elements that can enhance photos? Some visual elements, in addition to the subject, can enhance a photo. In fact, that visual element may be the subject of the photo. Here are examples of some of those enhancing visual elements. Action: the pizza man. Color: late evening at an anchorage. Contrasts: there are many different kinds of contrast that make a photo interesting, such as contrast in shape and contrast in color. Lines, such as the curved lines that draw the eye further into the photo. Patterns, such as leaves on a patio pavers. Perspective, in this case a series of lines that lends depth to the photo. Psychological lines that imply a connection, such as between these two ladies talking. Shadows that add depth to a photo. In your project, you'll want to include one or more of these enhancing visual elements in your photos. There are also visual elements that detract from a photo and should be avoided. Probably the most common ones are visual elements that are unrelated to the subject. For example, in this photograph of a runner, the sign at the left edge is irrelevant to the subject and is distracting. Another source of distractions that take attention away from the subject are technical errors such as out of focus, incorrect exposure, not level, etc. We'll discuss these technical errors in the expose and transpose lessons. Now, let's talk about mind zoom. What is mind zoom? It is when our mind perceives only the subject of the image and blocks out, all the other visual elements. In our everyday life, this is a good thing built into our DNA. When we are faced with a saber-toothed tiger, we do not want to be distracted by our neighbor. However, in photography, mind zoom can be a hindrance to good photos. What happens if we don't effectively manage mind zoom? There are two common problems in photography that occur if we don't effectively manage mind zoom. One is that the distracting visual element can be included in the image. For example, in this photo, I was focused only on the two women talking, and I never perceived the bright red shopping bag. Mind zoom. All I had to do was wait a couple of seconds and the red bag would have been out of the image. The second problem is miniaturizing the subject. For example, in this photo of a rower, I had mentally zoomed in to Paul in his boat, thinking this is a great photo of him against an interesting sky. Not. Paul and his boat got miniaturized. In the next lesson in this course, Compose, we'll show you how to effectively manage mind zoom as well as other skills in composing a photo.